I'm going to demonstrate something that I don't know where the inspiration kind of came from. Probably because of the idea of stone washing and acid wash. They actually use rocks and stones. And so I had this idea to bring in rocks and use them to create shapes with the denim, and then pour the bleach and create rivers in the shapes of the denim. Kind of like the scrunched idea that we did earlier, where we created all these little folds, except these folds aren't going to be as tightly bound, and we're going to be pouring the diluted bleach down the rivers that we create. So we can do this multiple ways. The way I found that I really enjoyed it, I really enjoyed the results, is I lay a layer of rocks down on the tub, go ahead and put my denim, and then I add more rocks in between these rocks to create hills and valleys. So I went up to the Russian River and I collected a bunch of rocks. And you can use any found objects. It's really up to you. It's completely up to you what you want to do. And you don't necessarily need too many. You can put more, you can put less. This is your project, really. So I've got some rocks. I'm gonna see how get some valleys. I'm gonna pull them a little bit closer together. So now I have some defined hills with my rocks. A little higher. And I can use this and just pour the bleach in what I'm calling these little rivers, like so. But I really like the different results I get when I add other blockades in these rivers. I'm using the smaller rocks on top. You don't have to, you can use as many or as little as you want. In the slides that I showed, I used a lot of rocks. In this one, I'm not going to use as many, because I'm still going to get a really beautiful result. It kind of creates these little ghosts. And since it's October, what a time for little ghosts. So I want to make sure that I have like little areas for the bleach to pool, because just like with the splatter dye or splatter with the bleach, it's concentrate. So the more the bleach is on the dye, it's going to pull. Again, I'm going to do a diluted bleach that I'm going to pour down these. So I'm looking now to kind of style the denim so that I have all of these little meandering rivers. So I got a little meander here. I've got a little meander here. I don't have to have so many. This is, you know, you can really play with it. So I'm going to have the majority of my pull is going to be in here, but it's going to be wispy because it's going to fall down these hills and hang out in these depressions where these rocks are. So wherever these rocks are, if you have a really textural rock, it will have an interesting texture underneath it. Something interesting right there. Something interesting with this corner. Put a little rock in there. And something right there. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on. Oop. And I'm going to mix up my bleach. So give me one moment. Yeah, my bleach bleach here. Again, I'm gonna do, in interest of speeding this up for the video, I'm gonna do 2-to-1, but I highly recommend that you do 4-to-1, so more water. Again, it's so that you have more control of the pull, as well as the odor is not as strong. You don't need to have it concentrated. It speeds it up, of course, but the beauty of textiles and is really that mark of the hand and having the control, but giving up some of that control. You place your stones, you see what happens, so you don't need to do more concentrated bleach.